Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this March the 20th, top of the noon, 12 p.m. update from just north of downtown Detroit, outside the work compound under a cloudy, falling temperatures and some light rain changing to snow with a current temperature of 41 degrees. Become members of Jabroni Killers for $3.99 a month, helping support this growing movement that we're building here to put truth, confidence, education, and information back into the cryptocurrency sphere and to legitimize and help bring back the trust that has often not been there in the cryptocurrency sphere, as it's often maligned by scams, heisting, and fraudulent activities by crypto influencers and paid promoters. We aim to change that with the help from you, the beautiful audience, growing to 10,000 followers and growing to 100 Jabroni Killer members to help push and change the narrative and to get out the word that we're getting out to keep you informed. And some of the news that we have today: Trump becomes first U.S. sitting president to speak at a crypto conference. President Trump aligned his administration with the crypto industry. March 20th, he addressed a community conference for the first time since being elected. Speaking at Blockworks Digital Asset Summit on March 20th, in a pre-recorded statement, Trump reiterated the United States would take steps to ensure it is the crypto capital of the world. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our banking and payment system and promote greater privacy, safety, security, and wealth for American consumers and business alike. With dollar-backed stablecoins, you will help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar for many, many years to come. President Trump has signed several pro-crypto executive orders, including the January 23rd, commissioning the Working Group of Digital Assets, and another establishing a Bitcoin strategic reserve alongside a separate crypto stockpile. President Trump hosted the first White House Crypto Summit, bringing together industry executives to discuss the future of crypto regulations. The highly anticipated summit fell short of expectations. Institutional investors and executives tended to characterize the historical nature of the event as a net positive for the industry, while retail investors and Bitcoin community tended to view the event as underwhelming. The price of Bitcoin declined 7% in the days following the White House Crypto Summit and Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Order, which stipulated that the government could only acquire more BTC through budget neutral strategies, right? So Trump became the first sitting president to speak at one of these conferences. That is somewhat notable. If we look at the Bitcoin price today, we're sitting at $84,789. If we go into the daily time frame, we'll see I still believe we're in this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. I haven't really seen anything news-wise come out to make me think otherwise. You can see the 200-day moving average is sitting just below the price at 85,400 and change. The 50-day is at 89,618 and change, and the 100-day is sitting there at 90,000. And we were talking about this little rally that we've had the last couple of days, topping out between the 200-day and the descending 50, which coincides with that 90,000 if it continues to trickle up. But I think eventually here in the short term, I think we're coming down to the $73,000 level. That's where I think the next move is coming down to. And then I think we could have a little return rally, as when we get down here, we could start to trade up like this, but then this overhead 50 right there would come down and meet it. And I think that would be the leverage or the next catalyst to push the price back down, potentially below that $74,000 in the next several weeks and coming down to that $58,903.89 neckline. But that's just me speculating. I've been speculating and have this pattern drawn out since we were back here, so I have no reason to believe that that's not what's going on right now. But I will continue to follow this, and I will continue to give you the updated information as it comes in. Bitcoin dominance, you can see, did fall the other day slightly but it did allow yesterday and the day before the altcoins to have little miniature rallies. But today it's trying to put in a green candle, and you're seeing the altcoins selling off. As you do know, when Bitcoin dominance falls, altcoins can rise. When Bitcoin dominance rises, altcoins fall. That's just the way that it's correlated. If you look at what's going on there, we've had our bearish cross. The moving averages are still trending down. The price has rallied quite nicely off of that 25 cents, something that we thought it was could do last weekend, but it stayed just below it right here. And now this week, it's coming up in between that 200-day and the 50. It could come as high as 31 cents, but I do believe it's going to get rejected. As you can see, the volume down there isn't very strong, and I do believe we got to come down and retest this 18-cent level in the price of XLM. The XRP is a similar thing. We had the big pump yesterday based off of the SEC dropping the case, and it's officially resolved itself. The moving averages are slightly trending upwards today due to the most recent move to the upside in the coins. But I still believe that because there's no real big volume pump down there, I still believe that this is nothing more than what we've seen as a technical bounce last Wednesday and Thursday off the neckline, that you could come between the 100-day moving average and potentially as high as the 256. And we did hit that 256. And if you come into the smaller time frame, you can see we've gotten rejected. We come up there twice, got rejected twice. So that's leading me to believe, like in our morning video that we put out, I think we're going to start to trade back down towards the 230 level, which is the 100-day moving average. And I do believe eventually this will break back down, and we are going to come back to the neckline for a fourth hit. And I believe on this fourth hit, I think we're going to hit the 200-day moving average sitting down there at $1.89. And then potentially we're going to eventually, as the future wears on, come into our local bear market, not bear market, but our local bottom of $1.29 off of this head and shoulders, topping out reversal pattern, something old Vincenzo gives you that first mover advantage on, that we let you know way back when, back there in early January, after that 340, that we were likely in a short to medium term topping out pattern. And don't FOMO in up there, because there would be a better buying opportunity. And the price is down 29.13%, and it's been down as much as 44.27% from the top. And I don't feel any reason to think that this is changing. AMP is attempting to break out of this falling channel, and this is something that I've been watching out too, because AMP is down since that December run. AMP is down at current price 71.99%. Still don't want to buy you. It's been in this falling channel, but we do know falling channels are bearish continuation patterns, but they're bullish reversal patterns when they finally break out. We've had several attempts of trying to break out of it. We haven't been able to break out, and a technical target would be the top of the wedge, which would be right up there where the wedge formed, and that's why, which would be up there at about a penny. And I still believe, it doesn't mean it has to happen, that we will eventually break out of this from wherever and have a pretty significant short-term rally from the breakout. So I'm still thinking that's going to happen. It'll happen very quickly when it does happen, but that is still something that I'm watching out for, and still something that I full-heartedly believe is going to take place. If we look at Hbar and the daily, we can see we've just had our bearish cross where the 50 is now below the 200, or the 100, where the 100 is sitting at 0.22605, and the 50 is below it now at 0.22402. The 200 is sitting down here at 19.5 cents, which is where the price is trying to bounce. We have this mountain double top right there, and our technical target was 15 cents, and we're just above the 15 cents where we're trying to bounce. But I do believe we're going to hit this 15 cents and meet that technical target before we could have any kind of substantial rally. If we go into the gold market, let's go into the gold market. The gold bullion is down $8. Silver's down 35 cents today after they've both been on massive rallies. We're only $400 or $500, less than $460 away from hitting our $3,500 target that we made back in 2020 when the price was at $1,600. Silver is still looking fairly strong. I believe $50 is incoming at some point in the shorter term. I believe that 50 cents is going, or $50 is going to happen in the price of silver. The B2 gold has had a nice little move recently. It got as high as $3.30. I'm very bullish on that. I'm very bullish on Kinross gold. It is now back over $12. It's at a 14-year high. It's sitting at $12.30. Barrick gold is getting closer to $20 again. It's rallied off its 16 and change low up to $19.30. First Majestic silver is sitting over $7 now. Fortuna is just above $6. Pan America silver is at $26.52. We're up 60% on that position. We're up 130% on Kinross gold. Metallo Royalties is sitting at $3. I think that could get to $6 or $7. In Rivian, we have 300 shares. We're a little bit down on that position, but it's trying to rally. But that's a long-term play for the future. We've been accumulating that ever since the price got below $13, right? Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Become part of the solution and part of the truth and integrity and information movement in the cryptocurrency sphere. Peace and love, and my beautiful, lovely, glowing subscribers, and my utmost gratitude to my lovely members of Jabroni Killers. You are the ones, most importantly, that help keep these videos coming out for free to the public every day based on your loyalty and your support. Peace and love, Jay.